That picture looks a bit better, don't it?
Yeah, I was having issues before with the last time I used this lens.
Yeah, we got complaints. They went, it's not good enough. It's grainy footage and that. But
I was playing with new technology. Bit of a rush job that. I was shooting that video at 1:30 in the morning.
Well, you should have been tucked up in bed.
I should have been.
Cuddling the missus, shouldn't you?
But I hadn't made a video in a long time and I couldn't sleep, so I thought, you know what I'll do? I'm going to go down to the studio. Anyway.
Go on, what?
Speaking of new stuff, this is becoming one of my favourites. Absolutely love it. But
what is it? Tell everybody.
This is the RB10 Retro.
Yeah.
We like our retro racing here at Popcorn.
We do.
We like our vintage racing, but there's a lot of cars in the vintage scene that aren't very vintage. So retro, it's a fitting word.
You know, we've often sort of talked about it on the channel. Maybe the name should be changed to retro. I don't know, but that's a nice car. No one knows where it's sitting right now, do they? In the racing.
Well, this one's sitting just there.
So it is,
but I'm not happy with it.
Why not?
Well, I've made some upgrades since the first time I run it because I ran the stock electrics in it when I did the RB10 conversion.
Yeah.
Now I've got some new electrics in. I've mounted the ESC at the side here. You can see that there, but I want it to be there. I want the weight central. I want it there, and I don't like all these. I just want it blue. I want it pretty. This is my pretty nice car that I'm going to run everywhere. I've got a blue E-Tronics servo on my blue chassis with my blue Fast Fox alley bits. I want to put this there with some nice blue wires running back to the motor.
Fair enough. Well then, do you want me to do the soldering then? Yeah?
Would you? Because I think this is something special and I don't want to bodge it.
Okay.
Speaking of bodging, this isn't the only build that I've been doing.
Okay.
I've also been working on this stunning car. This here is a Schumacher.
Yeah.
Not
the new one. Not the new one.
No, it's not.
Oh, the MI10.
The MI10. They kept that under there.
I know, right? That came out of nowhere.
I was online the other day and I went online and I saw SC Models.
Oh, yeah.
It's a local shop.
Yeah.
And he had the MI9 up for like 300 and something quid. And I was like, that's cheap. That is cheap. Proper cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, that seems a bit strange.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, I saw that the MI10 had been released and it kind of all fell into place. But if you are wanting to get into touring cars, Schumacher have the Vibe platform. Cheap, entry-level touring cars. And this one, the Vibe FT, cheap, entry-level, fronty.
Yeah.
However,
what?
You can pick up a cheap MI9 at the moment.
Yeah,
there might be some cheap second-hand ones going, and where everyone's upgrading to the MI10.
Possibly.
So,
do you know what though? Because you've got two now. You've got that one, and you got the all bells and whistles FT9. Yeah,
that is
right?
the FT9. Yeah.
All right. Well, why have you got two? I don't understand.
Because that car, absolutely love it. It's the most fun racing I've had this winter has been with that car. I've been running it over at Carpet Legends. It's been absolutely brilliant, super competitive, enjoyed every moment.
Yeah.
Then this one came out and I'm all about being the club racer. So I want to get this one up and running, but the plan with this one...
Go on.
Because that is perfect for the carpet. I want to take this one outside. I want to go to Bedworth.
Okay.
I want to go to West London.
Okay.
I want to go to other clubs outdoors that run fronties. Maybe the King of Clubs
King
series.
of Clubs. That'd be good.
And yeah, but actually, let's cut to the footage of me building this bad boy up, shall we?
Go on.
So here we go. We are on with the build. Now, if you are new to Schumacher kits, the Schumacher kits come with a great manual and then all the parts are bagged up and you'll have sort of bag 1 with steps maybe 1 through to 10 and bag 2 will have the next lot of steps in. And it just means that you can control what parts you get out and you don't lose bits along the way. So to start this build, we've got some beautiful purple alley there, and pretty much straight away you are working on the diffs.
Now, getting these pins in is one of the more challenging parts of the build. And then obviously you shim up the other gears, place them in. And the good thing about this kit is it comes with the oil, but the oil for the diffs is super thick. So you kind of need to help it out of the little pots. Again, in the manual, it does give you tips on car setup, so you can have different oil in the diffs for different sort of performances. But I am just building it with what comes in the kit. Obviously, it comes fully ball raced, so you can put the bearings in. And then this now gets fitted to the car. And then we need to get the belts to attach to this. And then you can attach the spur gear. Again, really simple up to this point. We've got the rear shock tower in place and also the top deck. In terms of the arms, you've got front and rear arms, and the process to build the arms up is the same for both. So obviously when it comes to screwing the brass bushings into these holes, you need to use the screw to sort of pull those bushings into place, which is pretty straightforward. And then the arms kind of go into the chassis, and you can start to see the car taking shape now. Now it's only 2-wheel drive, so you've only got to make up the drive shafts for the front. Once they're in place, we can start looking at the steering rack. But the next thing I'm looking at actually is the battery that you run in there. I'm going to be running shorty pack batteries, again pushing the weight as far forward as possible in the car. One issue that I did notice with this during the build is when moving the arms at this stage before the suspension's in place, they were sticking. Normally you want your sort of arms to be moving as free as possible, but there is a little bit of sticking there. In terms of the steering rack, no sticking at all here, really smooth. And actually the hardest part of the entire build, I'm not going to lie, it is putting these black spacers on these screw. Too tight for the power tool that I was using. Had to do it manually in the end with set pliers. It was really quite frustrating trying to get those on. One positive that came from this, after putting those spacers on and getting those in situ, the turnbuckles were an absolute breeze. They went into place without any issues whatsoever. And as you can see there, the steering rack and steering is moving freely. So the car is pretty much done at this point. And it's almost time to move on to the shocks. But it is a budget build, therefore I'm going with a budget servo, using the e-tronic servo here, which is, I think they perform well. We've used them a lot in our Tamiya racing. Moving on to the shocks, you just build all 4 shocks up at the same time. I'm liking the purple anodized adjustments that you get on the outside there. And then we kind of pumping through the oil to try and get rid of the bubbles. Quite a lot of bubbles in these, so they took about 5 minutes to rest. And then they sort of pop into play and feel really smooth, really nice. In terms of setup, we're running orange at the front and the grey shocks at the rear. And then we have the bumper, which allows you to put the ESC at the front. But that is all for now. Back to the studio.
So, not a bad build, quite easy, but I've got to this stage where I need to put the motor in, the pinion in, and I've come up with a problem.
What's your problem?
And I don't know whether they've been silly or genius.
Interesting. What do you mean, boss? What do you mean?
You're not experienced with the fronties.
No, I've never built one.
No,
I've never.
You've never raced one either, have you?
I've never raced one.
But do you know what the rules are with fronties in terms of gearing and stuff?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, we do something called final drive ratio in fronties, and means basically it's controlled gear, so all the cars are about the same pace as each other. But the gear they provide in this doesn't meet the criteria for the races in the UK, which means I now can't finish this off until I've got the right gear in for it.
It's a bit weird.
It is, but you can see on the chart there's lots of options. What I need is either 4.5 or 5.0 as my final drive ratio. And I've actually contacted Schumacher and had a little word.
What did they say? What did they say?
They said you need to buy some more gears for it.
Okay.
So I've ordered them.
Did they say to you, we're going to give Mark an MI10?
They did not say that.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask, that's all.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though.
Oh, yeah.
I was on that internet thing again the other day.
What happened?
I saw this this bloke on there.
You saw a bloke on the
Saw a
internet?
bloke on there. He had a top on with like Schumacher written on it.
Okay.
And in front of him he had this fuzzy pixelated image of a 1/8 buggy.
Hey, I've been going on about that for some...
That is what we're doing this summer.
We're going to do that. So what? Schumacher are releasing a 1/8 buggy. Is that what you're saying?
That's what they're saying. But
I'm getting it. I'm getting that.
we've got a few that we still need to run.
We have, yeah.
I've got the all bells and whistles Corrali.
Yeah.
Lalo. Dave released a 1/8 e-buggy.
They have. Hopefully we're getting that soon.
Maybe the Sparks we can convert into a race ready e-buggy. We've got options,
We've
boss.
got options.
So anyway,
Oh,
I digress.
And briefly, I spoke to our good friend of the channel, Pitman Dave, last night.
oh, how's he doing? I've not seen him in a long time.
Yeah, I had a little catch up with him, and he said that we can borrow his 1/8 nitro car anytime we like.
We need to do it.
And
Does he want to sort of live up to his name and be Pitman Dave?
that's what he said. He said he'd do it. He's got a good setup for Neen Raceway.
We've not been there yet. We should
No.
pop along.
So we should pop along to Neen Raceway, or maybe... Do they do a GP this year? If they did a summer GP.
That'd be good. Speaking of GPs, we got the Pop Along GP this year,
We have.
but we've also got the Pop Along Rally coming up really soon. Let's stop this video. Let's do a video on the Pop Along Rally.
I like the sound of that.
Cool.